So today we'll be talking about digital revolution and the girl child. Yeah, anybody that knows me knows that I'm a very big advocate of girl child and women empowerment and development. And the digital world is fast evolving and everything is changing. And the world is changing with it. The future is digitalized. But the question here is the Nigerian girl child cut off from this big change? Are they disconnected from what is happening in the digital world? So here with me today to talk about this topic is Sophia. She's a psychology student at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Hello, Sophia.
Hi, Serah.
Another person sitting with me here today is Nsukka. She's equally a psychology student at the University of Nigeria.
It's a pleasure to be here, Serah.
With me here today is Yucy. She's equally a psychology student of the University of Nigeria, a financial analyst institute. Hello, please.
Hello everyone. I'm very pleased to be here. It's nice having everyone. Excited.
And also with me here is Chidiebere. Is very much concerned with girl child development. And he is the National Nigeria Association of Psychology Students Director for Media and Communication. Hello, Nsukka.
Hello everyone. Thanks for having me here.
It's good having you. Thank you so much for coming. Alright, we're going to go straight to digital revolution. The topic, digital revolution and the girl child. I don't know, I think this is a related question. You know, everybody with their own opinion and their own perception about this particular topic. So, I don't know, Chidi, do you think the Nigerian girl child is disconnected from this fast-growing digital world? Do you think they are cut off?
The International Telecommunication Union actually reported that 50% of women are offline, and this is actually more pronounced in developing countries, which we know that Nigeria is one of the developing countries. And they also reported that in terms of using technical devices, that male are more knowledgeable than female in terms of that. So my answer to your question is actually yes. The Nigerian girl child is actually disconnected in the digital world.
That's cool. Alright, it's true. What she is saying. Okay, I think it's very true. Not just about the books I think as regards to the books, you see that we are different locations, people that work knowledge, skills, general computer university, you notice the large growth of male population in this particular aspect. And the reasons can be very versatile, but whether or not it is right? Yes. Sophia. She just did. I don't know whether you think she's.
No, really, the way they are making it out is I think they're trying to put it on the girls that it's their fault, that they are caught off from the digitalization. No, from the way she is sounding, I think he's trying to put the fault on the girl child. So, like, do you think it's the fault of the girl child that they are caught off from the digitalization?
Okay, I think this is cool. Do you think it's fault?
No, it's not their fault that they are being caught off. I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
ask you right there, you think it's their fault that they are caught off from this digitalization, really?
no, I think it's the society actually, like the way they view things, the way the parents and then probably the older ones see girls as maybe once they are connected to the digital world, it will give them the space or the chance to actually get close to girls and to boys, locally sex or so. And forgetting that you can actually learn a lot of stuff online.
Actually, there are lots of factors.
I think there's a lot of reason why the girl child is disconnected. I mean, the economic state of the country is one of those of such reasons. Consider a family with very low source of income. If one of them should finally get a cell phone, who do you think will get the cell phone, the girl child or the male child?
The male child.
Of course, because it's expected that the guys are supposed to be bringing something to the family, yes, and
Okay, yeah. Oh, really? So that you don't think nobody is actually stopping the girl child from being advanced in the digital world? You know, learning all those skills, getting to. Because I know about digital marketing is one of the one of the technologies that is advancing so quick. So you don't think? I feel like there is something stopping them, like something that is stopping these children from not really getting to, be better or meet up to the world standard.
So families are one of the reasons why our females seem to be disconnected from digitalization. Because if you come to a family where we have like 2 boys and a girl, the boys will come and tell their parents that mommy or daddy, I want to study computer engineering. They would support him. But when it's coming from a girl child, they will be like, what are you doing in computer engineering? That's why if you go to those departments today, like you see few females, and then the males will be more. Like you see more of the males because their parents actually support them to go for those courses. But the female child, it's as if they push her more into fashion, subtle courses like that they think it's feminine actually. So I actually think the family plays a huge role in the girl child being disconnected from digitalization. Yeah, in addition to obvious, yes, the opportunities are there, right? But what about the mindset of these girls, the mindset of the females? From a very young age, we've been conditioned to believe that the highest position we can get to as females is when you have that ring and you're bearing a man's name, right? And so from a young age, what we prioritize is marriage. And so most times, even if the opportunities are there, we don't really look at them. We just have something in our mind that we're
because we've been conditioned to think
exactly.
that way. I think because we've been conditioned to think that way.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Okay, I think what they've said is quite true. As regards the factors and the causes. The bulk of it comes from the indirect aspect. We notice that the perception around there's this stereotypical expectations. We just the gender stereotype. We just almost naturally know the things we ought to go for based on the culturally structured positions.
Yes.
And so you notice females themselves, the girl child, women. You notice them making decisions around these things. They most times wouldn't even think that they are being discriminated. They feel like they are where they are meant to be, and this has to a large extent contributed to the general outlook of it. You notice that about, according to the economist unit, there's the statistical explanation to it. They believe that about 21% of the male child are more likely to be online than the female child, and this to a large extent also structures their mind. It helps them build their perception, what they want for themselves. They get to see things happening in the global world, and they are much more broad-minded as regards career options. Why the female child being limited or restricted either by people around her or by her own mindset, exactly. So you notice that this is like a sort of cycle. She's being limited from the global world, no major access to digital gadgets and the rest. So she in turn also has the restricted mind, like her view of things. All she wants is either just the family life, nothing more, aspiring to be a good mother as the peak of her success.
Yes, it's true.
In turn, the children, she has also developed the same
mindset.
Exactly, it's a cycle. So it's just the main thing we notice out there these days.
Alright, thank you.
Starting from Sophia, it's as if they are all blaming the society for this. But how about this? Let's check from this aspect. Okay, most of the girls that have get to know things about digitalization, even the digital skill, we all know of, maybe copywriting, forest trading or so. Some of them have gotten to a point of knowing things about this, but why are they not engaging? I think some of the girl child are actually exposed to some of these digital skills or even digitalization, but they are not doing anything about it. So I think what we need is actually action.
No. Okay, listen. The thing is, most times those girls they don't learn those things from their houses. It's when they come to an environment that, when they get exposed to people who come from environments that supports girl child being digitalized. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. I think that is when those people now, they will now start moving towards digitalization and trying to fix their hands on this what did we talk about? I think forex or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So
let's be practical here. Let's be practical. So among all the girls I know in this school, I know of a girl. In fact, she's here with me. Please. She's the only one among my female friends. She's the only one into forex, which is actually a beautiful ticket that the society has commissioned.
I am into forex.
Okay, that's nice. Let's not narrow everything down to society. So many of us have been out here exposed to a lot of stuff, but we are not taking actions. So if the ones that are actually exposed are not taking actions, what's of the ones that have not been exposed to such opportunities or digital world?
Exactly. I think the friends they keep also play a role in how serious they take this. The friends they keep, yes. Yes, no. For a girl that keeps a circle of female friends that still have that mentality, I don't think they will venture into that part. So the friends they keep also play. Like if peace keeps, I think it keeps you as a friend, Bonaventure as a friend. So why would she be exposed to? She would think towards it because all the people around her are doing that. So I think the friend, our peers, also play a role in the reason why girl child is cut off from digitalization. Apart from family, our peers also play.
That's it. Okay. As regards, I think his major point here is that it's not necessarily inflicted from other people to win like people play out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the bulk of it is the mentality, the perception.
Like you've been saying,
exactly.
She mentioned it's a mindset.
Our mind, I don't know, our mind is broad, it's very broad. We need to experiences when it comes to learning all this.
Sorry to cut you short, please. I think what you were saying, right, about the mentality, the mindset, looking at what the major thing most girls have their heads or their minds into or in. When it comes to creams, when you look at the whole, it's as if every girl is venturing into cream world. They want to start making creams and even maybe selling sandals or hair. Thank you so much. And it's as if it's the only thing the majority of them have in mind. And the fact that it's what they have in mind, even if somebody else, let's say somebody that is not even thinking of what, maybe the person is still thinking of what she wants to start, and then she sees that my friend is doing hair, my friend is doing cream, this one is doing this, you understand, she would want to still go into the same thing, you understand? And I think mindset is actually one of the major problem. So what? Okay, you want to say something?
We noticed that, like you said, the friends around her, each of these things. Okay, like what you said, the friends and influences. I think all of this contributes to the bulk of experiences that the girl child has. And you notice that the experiences in turn modify the cognition psychologically, how the person thinks, perception, and everything. So I think at the end, directly while growing up, there are influences from people around you, society, allocations that are restricting to the gender, the girl child. But you find out that all of this in I think an unconscious level just makes up the whole thought processes that you notice in the girl child when they are like teenagers. from when they are teenagers or young adults, you notice that the choices they start to make when they are becoming somewhat independent, you notice that these choices are now bound around it. There may not be any direct limitation there at that point in their life. Well, all of the previous limitations are already culminated into being a new perception where they feel like their expectations, they feel like they don't need this thing. They don't need to be digitally skilled.
Yes.
They don't need to be some kind of tech guru. All they need is to just most times be beautiful and get their first degree at most, and maybe and then maybe just get a good husband. Yeah, exactly. So and when you talk to them at this stage, they may vehemently tell you this is what they want. They don't care about it. But they may not realize that these choices or goals, what they feel are restricted or limited. And in a growing world, like when 21st century, there's a lot of modernization going on with the COVID-19 pandemic. We notice a lot of companies and schools taking up their activities online instead. And this has like made everyone highlighting about the need for digital skill or digital connection. So they may not realize that these decisions they make around being content with limited things they find themselves with, they may feel it's their own decision to what they want. But that's because all of their life they've only known that. So they may not feel affected right now.
Yes.
But at the end, with the way the revolution is going, so they will eat them and
That's cool. Speaking about the pandemic, right? The pandemic accelerated a whole lot of things in the world of learning, earning, and connecting people, right? So, what do you think? What do they need? What do the girl child need? Nigerian girl child. What do we need to take part to a boundless potential? What do they need to come up to the world standard? I'm speaking about the Nigerian girl child. What do you think they need to come up to the world standard?
Okay, in regards to this, I will speak about what the digital divide has caused. There is a knowledge gap in digitalization between the male gender and the female gender. One, and then what society has also planted in the minds of this girl child. That is the limits or the barriers in the mind is already there. So, and you can't provide solution to someone without removing some limits on that individual mind or heart. So I think the first thing is to get rid of the limits or barriers in their mind. Just let the girl child know that they have the brains to actually go into digitalization.
That's really a wonderful point. They should know they have the brains. They should know they have the brains. I think that's one of the things that's one of the, what's it called? Liberation, enlighten them, making them understand that, girl, you have the mind, you have the brain, you have the head, you can do this. Thank you so much.
So that is supposed to come from the encouragement. You have the mind, you have the brain. It's supposed to come from,
Maybe
as much as we're trying to educate the girl child, we should also try to educate their parents. I think seminars should be organized where parents are invited
to be told.
To be told
informed about this.
Exactly.
That your child, your baby girl can actually do this.
She
can do this, she can do that.
You can also go to the rural areas and writing them and things like this.
Rural areas is the main thing. Because
the government will actually create programs and then social amenities for those in the rural areas. And help those people who are actually doing this information very professional to enlighten these fields that they can actually explore their potentials. Yes,
They have a role to play here, which is actually, they should have this at the back of their mind that if a girl child is exposed to a digital device or probably digital devices, it would lead them astray. What they actually need is parental guidance, like guiding them and allowing them to be exposed to devices that can help them consume valuable content. You get?
Yes, we know women are very creative. No matter what happens when you face something that they're very creative mind.
Exactly.
Yes,
They will do a lot. They will do a lot, you know. And I think NGOs too should look into this. NGOs, if they have, I don't know if they have NGOs that are into digitalization, you know, they should focus on girls. You understand? And what you said about parental guidance. I have a cousin, a little cousin. He's a boy, and you know, when he always operates his parents' home, you know, alright? So, and because of that, what he did was to go to the settings and make sure that whatever that comes up is, you know, something valuable, what is actually, what he can relate, something to his level, you understand? So, I am so happy, you know, I'm glad having you guys here today.
Sarah, sorry, and this should be looked into. I wish or hope that the government has actually seen what's happening here. Because
government should invest more in the girl child, right? When it comes to digitalization, so that we will not be left behind.
And looking at the way things are going, like almost the old jobs, everything is now going digital.
Okay.
Imagine a world whereby you are not exposed to digital devices and things are going digital, both the income pay, everything. The girls will be left out, and this probably will affect our economy. So I think we
young child should understand that they can do this, they can actually learn about this, they can challenge themselves to do better and all that. Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure having you guys around.
Thank you very much.
I'm so happy, and this is a very sensitive topic, you know, because we can afford to be left behind in a world that is growing so. To find a way to bring the girls, the Nigerian girl child, to a real standard in the world of digitalization. And thank you so much. I am so happy, and this is something this topic was so very important to me, and I hope that we get to see all these points that was listed out today by all of them, and we work towards that. The NGOs, the governments, our parents, all the institutions should look into the girl child, you know, in the world of digitalization. We know that the one of the richest young person is actually a woman, the owner of Canva. And it won't be bad if one of us from Nigeria gets to be richest, you know, any girl being the richest person in the world till someday. So please, let's look into this. And thank you so much. Thank you for coming around. And